Welcome to another edition of Basketball Edition of YouTube Take. I am your illustrious and glorious host, Big Rat, with these two people that will never introduce themselves.
Is that what your nickname got?
Yeah, what's the rest of your name, kid? What's the...
Big Rat 310. Ain't ashamed to admit it. But anyways, yes, after a 8-month absence, we are back to talk some.
Well, for us, it's been 4 months.
Oh my God, that shot was ridiculous. There's another 4-point play right there. Another 4-point play.
Oh my God, that was insane.
Another 4-point play. Sorry, the Golden State and Clippers will probably end during fucking Steph.
Look, Chris Paul. Chris Paul's like, I didn't touch him.
Barnes was the one that touched him.
Yeah, we're currently watching the Clippers and Golden State in the middle of recording. In fact, by the time you all hear this, it's for sure going to be over. To the point that this game might end. Yeah, this game might end during the recording.
Yeah.
But we're here to talk some NBA playoffs and some other NBA news since we've been out for a while.
I'm Markeem, Nightmareballa1. Yeah.
I was going to do introductions, but Chase always does some fucking stupid joke when it comes to his turn.
Yeah, you know the man that created this show. This show was my brainchild. I'm taking all the credit.
Oh my God. And you are? Other dude in the Skype call?
There's another guy here.
Okay, yes, that's Chase. Well, we'll get Chase to be enthusiastic about the one thing that he does
get. My time is precious.
The one thing he is enthusiastic about is occasional basketball. So just in general, Chase, has there ever been a first round?
What are you talking about? Oh
my God!
I was in New Orleans. I was yesing with all you guys. It's not the only thing.
Fair enough. Chase also.
I was pretending very well.
Oh my God! Of course, yes. Complete fake interest and generosity. Let's ask Phil of you two jumping around together at the end of the WrestleMania main event if that was fake as well. I've never seen a show put on in front of one person before. But hey, it was impressive. Trying to win Phil's heart. But in all seriousness, have we seen a first round? I mean, I asked this to both of you. I'll start with Chase, I guess. Have we ever seen a first round of playoffs this good?
Oh my God! I don't think it counted though. I don't think it counted. Oh my God!
Steph Curry.
Oh my God!
Markeem's reaction just answered that question right there.
I don't think it counted though. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fucking shot! Oh, we need to get a gift for that guy. Oh my God!
Even the Warriors fans are just like, what the fuck?
All right, sorry. Steph Curry just hit this incredible shot. I don't think it counted.
I don't thought that's
it did not count.
Definitely not gonna count.
It did not count. But oh my God, it was incredible. Oh my God, that's the answer right there. That's.
What, to the Pelicans' problems?
That was low.
Ooh.
That was low.
Chase's Pelicans didn't do so well this season. There was a lot of hope and expectations of them making the playoffs, and then they kind of choked and collapsed and didn't do as good as they projected. Oh my God,
really kid. Choked and collapsed. It's fucked up.
Chase, just very briefly mention what happened to the Pelicans.
Voodoo curses. Everybody got hurt. Everybody was hurt. The ball boys were hurt. The team doctor was hurt. Monty Williams might have been the old guy that wasn't hurt all year, except for if you look at his wardrobe, maybe his head was. But I don't want to talk about it. It's too depressing.
Fair enough.
Injuries. So many injuries. Ryan Anderson, 60 games. Jason Smith, 51. 51. Drew Holiday, 48. Eric Gordon, 60.
I get it. Yes, you live a very sad, depressive life, unfortunately.
Trail of tears.
But next year will be different with the draft. Oh, shit. That's right. Well.
Really, fool? Really?
I don't care. If we do get a draft pick, it's 1, 2, or 3, then I'll be pumped. Davis and Wiggins, all the championships from here on out.
From here on out, really, starting next year.
Here on out. It starts now.
How does this work? How would you get a draft pick if it's the top 3?
It's called a lottery.
Yeah, they would be in the lottery.
Yes, but don't you have to give it up to the Sixers?
Oh yeah, it's not. It's protected. If y'all get a top 3 pick, y'all still get the pick, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's top 3 and you guys get the pick, do the Sixers get just last year's pick?
They don't get shit.
Wow.
They don't get shit. They don't get shit till next year.
Now, what are the odds of getting a top 3 pick from your guys' stance?
Like 4%, but who cares? There's a chance.
Hey, didn't the Bulls get one? They were like 4 or 5%, and got Derrick Rose, got a number 1 pick.
Yes, that's correct.
That shit could happen.
I would die.
Yo, I'm never logging in Twitter again if that shit happens, man. Oh God.
What?
It's like I can't deal with this shit.
But they'd have to get like the number 2 spot to get the guy to actually want. Because if we got number 1, we'd be drafting Embiid.
You don't want Embiid?
I'm not saying he's bad. I'd
Don't
rather
really
have
need
Wiggins.
Fair enough.
Like I'd rather have Anthony Davis be center right or something. Whatever. But yeah, that's like a 4% chance of happening. And God, and I've not been as ridiculous in talking about this year's draft prospects as I was when Anthony Davis was a draft prospect. Oh my God, you remember that shit, Markeem?
Yeah, I remember. Because there was a good chance you would get him. So yeah, I remember that.
All right. Now let's talk about teams that actually matter.
We'll start with the Heat and the Bobcats.
Yes, we'll start with the Heat and the Bobcats. What's the main story here, Chase?
Miami is chilling right now because the Bobcats are the Bobcats. Well, actually, it probably would have been a more competitive series if Al Jefferson didn't tear the sole of his foot in the very first game
and still tried to play. Because the game 1 was fun, and then he hurt himself. So, who knows? Who knows what could have happened? They could have won a game. Who knows?
They got destroyed.
What's the Bobcats now? What's their famous story now? As they move on from this.
Well,
there was no
Charlotte Bobcats never won a playoff game, but the Charlotte Hornets had before, so maybe it'll work.
They're moving to the Hornets, and the Bobcats end as a franchise that never won a play. Is it a playoff series or a playoff game?
They have never won a playoff game.
Wow.
Never won a game. End in playoffs.
Gotta feel bad for that city.
Horrific.
Yeah.
Horrific.
The Bobcats finish as a team that never won a playoff game ever. That's pretty bad. But yes, the Heat are chilling, moving on, cruising to the their third NBA championship.
Nick, chill out. Just chill. Jesus. Let's talk about the next round. Let's do that first.
No. Let's go to the other team that seemed to have a pretty easy time. The Wizards and the Bulls. Wizards won in 5 games. What happened here? Why was this one not that competitive?
I'll talk first. Pretty much, the Wizards have a lot of guys that can score. John Wall maybe not can jump shoot, but he can get to the rim and score. Bradley Beal's an assassin from deep. And then every time the Bulls got the ball, they were like, who the fuck's going to shoot? So, there you go.
Jimmy Butler and...
If Derrick
People say, well, don't see. I knew he was going to do that. I think they still lose the series. I think they lose in 6.
Really? With Derrick Rose?
Yeah.
Kid, tell me what happens when Derrick Rose is covering John Wall.
Bad things happen.
There you go.
Derrick Rose is an explosive offensive player. I've always said...
I don't know about it anymore.
Well, he used to be. But in terms of him playing defense, he's terrible. Just terrible.
Not as bad as James Harden.
There's
James Harden has been committing some sins against the game of basketball in that Portland city. Just God.
We'll get to James Harden for sure. So the Bulls, like, do they have anything to look forward to? I mean, I guess you just kind of hope for Rose to come back, but is there any like
Joakim Noah just had knee surgery apparently, so Carlos Boozer. He might.
Say, yeah.
Nah, he's not going to get amnestied. He's not going to get amnestied. That owner's too cheap. If he gets amnestied, I'm shocked.
So
shocked.
Is there any like key person on their team that's probably not going to be on the roster next year, or is it just Carlos Boozer probably getting amnestied?
I don't think he's going to get amnestied. Jerry Reinsdorf's too cheap.
Fair enough.
Like I know everybody. Like people just think like. Some of these owners don't care about the money where they don't mind. Like Gilbert Arenas was the second highest paid player in the NBA this year.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Like those dudes still get paid. Like the Wizards are still paying Andre Blatch.
Yeah, I know.
But he's playing for the Nets. Oh, excuse me, I was wrong. Gilbert Arenas was the third highest paid player this year. Dirk and Kobe were paid more.
Oh.
And Kobe got a raise, too.
That makes no sense at all. This nigga played, 6 games this year?
Yeah.
Jesus, man. I can't wait till we get to the Rockets.
We will. But yes, the fucking Bulls, unfortunately, they're kind of just, they're kind of like they're very much like the Packers of the NBA. They just kind of, they have talent, they have players, but they don't really.
The Packers won it all once before.
But you know what I mean? They seem like a team that everybody knows is going to make the playoffs, but no one will take seriously as a finals candidate these days. And I'm just wondering how you change that if you don't have any high draft picks and you don't have any significant free agents coming in. It's just they're kind of in a lull.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're banking on their guy with 2 bad knees to come back and play. So they're banking on.
Fair enough. Well, I guess because before we get I guess we'll have to get to the Pacers now because the other series isn't finished yet. But the Pacers and the Hawks series went 7 games. Chase, what happened to the Pacers these past 2 months?
Well, at the beginning of the year, they were taking a lot of bad shots and hitting them at a high percentage. And in math, there's this thing called regression to the mean, which means if something happens very, very, very high, but it's like way above average, then the opposite reaction to that will happen, which is very, very low. So they started missing all them shots. Their defense was still there, but they were still taking horrible shots and just missing them all the time.
The defense wasn't there from everyone. Roy Hibbert.
Okay. I'm talking about in the regular season. I'm talking about the series.
Okay.
But that was the funk.
I mean, but towards the end, though, Roy Hibbert.
That was the funk they were in to begin the playoffs, and then they couldn't. They went to 7 games with a team that was openly admitting to trying to tank. Ugh.
I still think they need an actual point guard, not a bunch of dudes by committee.
What's wrong with George Hill?
I mean, he's not really a point guard.
I mean, the problem with their offense is the same deal with Oklahoma City's offense. They just stand around and pass and hope it goes in.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think of? This is kind of related to what I was going to ask. What does this say about Frank Vogel, especially because people have been saying that same thing, that there seems to be no offensive plan.
I think that Negro is stubborn. He is stubborn. Like, you are a good coach. You are. But if something's not working, i.e. going big and letting all your guys just shoot and, rebounding the ball and then passing out and attempting the 3, that's not working. Do something else. So the Scott Brook logic. Does it do it till the shit works.
Fair enough. Hawks, I know there's some big Mike Budenholzer fans in this call. Do they have a good future with him?
Yeah.
Now that...
Especially if...
Yeah, it seemed different this year. It didn't seem like, it usually does. It seemed different.
Especially, and obviously we have Horford coming back. Millsap's still there. They got a shot to make it.
possibly coming.
So they have a shot to make it.
Their draft pick from Brazil. Yeah.
They unlike the Bulls, they seem to have some things in place. That's what I'm trying
They signed the most underrated player in the NBA to a very good deal. Now everybody's regretting not getting him.
Paul Millsap?
Yeah.
Well, they might have two of the most underrated players, Al Horford and Paul Millsap, all in front. It's kind of hilarious.
If he could stop tearing his pecs. Like how you do the same exact... He Triple H'd himself. The same exact... Like, I don't understand how you do that. Like, this happened before. Can't you take preventative measures? Like, it happened before. Like, you tore your right pec. How do you tear your left pec?
Triple H'd himself.
That was the best.
Oh, my God. So, but do you think...
It would.
Do you think this series without Horford was just a case of Atlanta at the end of the day just not having as much talent as Indiana?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I would agree with that.
I mean, Atlanta took 44 threes. If they hit, like, better than 25% of them, they probably won. Because the Pacers only scored 92 points. That's shitty. Like, how many points a game did the Wizards put up against the Bulls?
75. Well, that was the last game. I don't know about all their games. But yes, I know what you're saying. It was 102, 101, 100, and then 98, and then 75.
Against the Bulls, bro.
Yeah.
The Bulls.
So
Pacers are the best defensive team in basketball, in my opinion. The Bulls ain't too far behind that, bro.
So I was going to ask, Wizards, Pacers, who wins and in how many games?
Wizards in 6.
Wow.
See, I have trouble doing that. That Pacers team I saw for most of the season, man. Like, Jesus,
You mean before the All-Star break?
Yeah,
how about the Pacers team after? How about after the All-Star break?
I know this. It's just, I can't imagine that team that gave Miami hell last year. This team is gone.
And you got to remember, Paul George is going to have contract year Trevor Ariza on him. So.
Oh yeah, man, that is true. He nigga trying to get paid. That's true.
I have to make that distinction because you look at the 2 best years in Trevor Ariza's career.
Contract year.
Bro, contract year. And this year has to be contract year.
It's hard. I guess smart money says Wizards in 7, but it just hurts my soul to even say that, man. It really does. I like the Pacers. I do.
I haven't seen any change.
Is this team right now worse than the Pacers team in the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even see how that's a question.
Right.
Roy Hibbert is
completely checked out.
Roy, no, in the words of Stephen A. Smith, the Pacers have traded for Kwame Brown right now. That's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. He's pretty bad. And I don't know why.
Just the Washington Wizards, the team that picked number 3, you guys are projecting to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's certainly possible. It's just
Otto
crazy.
Porter hadn't even fucking played either.
Yeah, Otto Porter. I forgot all about it.
He don't even play.
What's the reasoning behind that? I saw an article depicting him as a bust. Unfortunately.
I don't know. I don't watch the Wizards. I haven't watched basketball much this year, to be honest.
Hey! You can't be saying that shit on air.
I've been very sporadic too. Like I watch the Rockets a lot because I like watching Dwight Howard play, and I watch the Thunder a lot. So I watch Kevin Durant. But I hadn't seen much.
But yeah, Otto
No, like, come on, who the fuck would want to watch the Eastern Conference this year? Like,
aside from the Heat, and they weren't even that great towards the end. So,
like, the East was so bad, they had a team trying to sneak it to the playoffs. Like, think about that. Oh, just awful.
Okay, well, anyways, we're predicting the Wizards to go to these conference finals, which is fine. I understand that. But now, before we get to the West, before we get to the Rockets, Brooklyn, Toronto, they're tied 3-3. What's the story of this series? Who's winning? Each of you, predictions.
I got Toronto tomorrow, man. I think they win because Kyle Lowry has been flypaper to Darren Williams. And, although, Paul Pierce has been, in this playoffs, he's been a leader, all that stuff. All the stuff he usually does. Darren, even though Chase is going to disagree with me, I don't give a fuck. He's still the engine that makes them go on offense. And, but yeah, whatever, nigga. But Kyle Lowry is completely taking him out of this series. And I'm kind of shocked it's even like 3-3 right now. Like, I thought they were winning like 5 after seeing that first game. I was like, it's over.
The big difference between these two teams is that one is a group of a bunch of veterans, the other team's really young. Them old dudes have been here before. They know what to do. Toronto's choked a bunch of these games away.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
That's the perfect way of putting it.
But logically, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, Toronto's clearly the better team, but they should have won by now. I think they'll win Game 7, but I don't. This series has been hard to predict.
Do either of these two teams go to 6 games with the Heat?
Hell no.
I think the Nets, if they got there, maybe it is possible. But Toronto, nah. I think Toronto loses in 5. Like Chase said, inexperience. I think they're not ready for something like that.
Fair enough. Does make sense. Brooklyn has gotten the better of Miami in the regular season this year. No, it doesn't mean anything, but I can understand that.
Yeah, you remember the Bulls swept the Heat? That first year, the Bulls swept the Heat in the regular season, and then the playoffs happened, the Heat swept the Bulls.
Yes. No, they beat them at 5.
No, it wasn't a sweep.
Well,
still
beat.
Yeah.
They still beat the shit out of them.
I'm aware and I understand. Now we're going to go to the West.
Yay, now we're talking about things that matter.
And
good basketball.
Hey, again, the champion is probably going to come from the East again.
Oh,
so
that's going to have more to do with them having like a whole bunch of rest than anything else. Because, like, the Western Conference, whatever team comes out of there, and I have no fucking clue, they're going to be like fucking Batman at the end of Dark Knight Returns, where he's all busted up and bloody, just like gasping at Clark Kent's throat.
And then Dwayne Wade's gonna, with all this like nice sitting down on like his couch and on his hot tub at home, Dwayne Wade's probably gonna come out and roll like it's 2007 again, 2008 specifically, but yeah, it's gonna be nice, very nice to see. Rockets and Portland.
But hold on, time out. If the Heat win a title, I don't want to hear the bullshit. Well, they did it the easy way. You know how that is. Like it's a 7-game series. Okay, if they beat the other team in 7, they beat the other team in 7. People need to get over that whole, well, they had an easy road and the East is terrible and. All right, let's go.
So, Rockets, Trailblazers. Rockets lost the series in 6 games. Trailblazers moving on to the next round. I know you both have a lot of thoughts on this. Markeem, just start because you really want to talk about this.
Okay, see, Houston was the team I wanted to win this whole thing because I'm a big Dwight Howard fan, and I got tired of motherfuckers like, well, he's terrible, and he, and all the, how people overreacted because he was hurt last year, and he was in a place that he didn't want to fucking be last year. So, I really wanted them to win this whole thing. I'm talking about beat the Heat, all that shit. it didn't happen. I'm all right with it. But James Harden is the most inconsistent playoff performer ever in terms of offense, and maybe the worst defensive wing player starting in the NBA. Maybe. Like, and nobody brought that up, but he was just terrible. I don't know what he was doing half the time. He leave his man for no reason at all. He never played the passing lane at all the entire series. He just kind of watched shit happen, and then when they were on offense, he was like, "All right, let's go." Like, you know what I mean? Like, James Harden really pissed me off. Chandler Parsons balled his ass off. Patrick Beverley, I think if he wasn't banged up, I think they do get this series. You know what I mean? But it hurt to see what happened. So, but it happened. Props to the Trailblazers for having a player that you cannot leave open under no circumstance. Just props to them. It was nice to see them win because they are young, and maybe they're the future of the NBA. So it was cool.
I don't know about that.
I mean, the two stars are young, man. Damian Lillard, LaMarcus
Marcus
Aldridge.
Aldridge ain't that young, man.
How old is he now?
Like 28.
Oh yeah, he has been in the league for a while now.
Yeah, he's 28. Yeah, he's 28.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He's been there for a while now. That is true.
Now, I'm about to post something in the chat, and I'll read it out loud. The Rockets outscored the Blazers 672 to 670. Still lost.
Oh, wow.
That is all you need to know about how sometimes it's just luck. Like, these two teams were so fucking evenly like they could probably play 100 games and one of them won 51, one of them won 50, and you have no idea which one it would be. Like, it is just so. And this should have gone 7 if it hadn't been for that incredible defensive hiccup to where Damian Lillard got wide ass open
and outran Chandler Parsons. That was incredible.
Shot.
Did you see that? Like, he just outran Chandler Parsons. That was crazy. Just the speed.
Got there, shot the ball, splash.
That might
think
be
Matt,
top 5 favorite game I've ever seen of mine.
Oh, that game last night was great. Game 6 of Rockets Blazers was fucking incredible. Matt Barnes might have just got a flagrant and he might be ejected right now.
Yeah, I just saw that play. And then he immediately put his immediately put his hands up. I didn't do anything wrong.
Put it back up.
That's great. Wow, I didn't know. Rockets outscored the Blazers 672 to 670 and still lost their series in 6 games. Like, not even 7 games. That's absurd.
Yeah, it's bad luck.
I have a question. Harden in his current form, can he be trusted as a number 1 option if he's that bad on defense? Like, as your superstar, if he's that unreliable on defense?
It's fine.
Really?
He's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
It's just.
It's not fine, Chase. It's not fine at all. Like, he's so bad on defense. Like, so bad. Like, it's not even like he tries. Like, that's my thing. If you're a bad defender, at least try. Like, remember when Ray Allen wasn't the best defender and he still would try? Remember that early in his career when he didn't, he wasn't that great on defense. He at least tried to play defense. That's all I want from you. You can't even do that, James. You can't even do that. That's all I wanted. None of that happened. It's not fine, Chase. When you're not doing anything, you're just an extra body on the floor and not doing anything. There's two sides of a game, Chase. There's a man that's always open. That's always wide open when James Harden's on the court. Come on. It's not good.
So I was just thinking, like, yeah, obviously there was just really bad luck for the Rockets this series, but it just seems like it's tough to beat like the Spurs and Thunders of the world in a 7-game series when a guy that's on the floor more than anyone else on the team is always gonna let the person he's guarding score.
Leave a man open.
Yeah. Just seems like it's a.
You can't put him on. Who he, like if they played the Spurs, who would he guard? Who the fuck would he guard?
Put him on Duncan and just get over with it.
Just like accept it as a loss.
Wait, what was their starting lineup again? I don't remember.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it's a problem. I think we can all agree. And I think, Chase, wasn't it that guy on YouTube that Moral Virus told you about, who said that in the Rockets Thunder series last year they needed to put James Harden on Kevin Durant?
Jesus Christ.
Well, if you wanted Kevin Durant to break Michael Jordan's single-game playoff.
Hell yeah. Jesus. That would be nuts. And KD would go off for like 90. It's crazy.
Oh, good Lord. Well, yeah, that's the Rockets series. Everyone getting mad at Dwight Howard or getting mad at the wrong person. Especially yesterday. That's when I really felt bad.
You know he averaged 20.
He scored
13 and 3 for the series, right? You know that, right?
Yeah. He played awesome yesterday.
He was incredible yesterday. Incredible.
He scored 13 of their 16 points in the fourth. 13 of their 18 points in the fourth quarter. Dwight Howard.
He's incredible. He is good at basketball, but he left LA, so he's terrible.
Well, the Lakers had to, give Kobe Bryant that $50 million.
But it had to give that nigga $27 million a year. Really? Jesus, man. He's getting retirement money. The motherfucker's getting AARP right now. It's bullshit.
Interesting question. Nick Jones asked this question. If they Nate Jones on the NBA on Twitter, he's pretty knowledgeable.
Oh, Nate Jones. I thought you said Nick Jones. I thought you said Nick Jones.
No. So. Nate Jones asked on Twitter the other day, if the Lakers don't put a championship team, is there a possibility that Kobe gets out?
I don't know. Who the fuck would take that contract?
I don't know.
Who in their right mind would take that contract?
Didn't you just tell us that?
Besides tanking.
Yeah, did you just tell me that the Pelicans just dumped Emeka Okafor and Trevor Ariza on the Wizards for $42 million?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, just teams are dumb.
But you got to understand that was Emeka Okafor, who was a pretty good center, and Trevor Ariza, who
at times is very good.
He's got that inflated reputation, which is why he had that bloated contract. We wanted to dump his ass, and I remember Trevor Ariza last year, awful.
This year's not been bad.
He's been really good this year. I don't know why. Something miraculous happened. It's like almost some piece of paper going out of date, and he needs another one.
Fair enough.
But those are serviceable players. If you're a tanking team, you're trying to develop players. How can Kobe Bryant foster a healthy basketball environment for players to develop? He does not.
He's old. He's hurt. And he's a shrew. And he's a goddamn shrew. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Imagine Kobe Bryant on a bad team, like playing on a bad team. He'd get the fuck out of here. This Kobe Bryant. I ain't talking about Kobe right at the Shaq level. I'm talking about this mean old fart. That guy.
I just think that Kobe, if he knows he only has a year or two left, is going to want to compete for a title. And, he wouldn't. But that's the thing. He wouldn't.
If he wanted to do that, he would.
No contender would pick him up.
If he was serious about that, he'd told him to take that extension and shove it. I don't think he actually cares about it as much as he puts on. I think he cares more about the $27 million a year than the fucking rings.
Damn. All right. Because the whole thing.
It's clear he didn't even test free agency. He's never even tried for that.
Yeah. Well, no, he did one time. Remember when the Lakers re-signed him? When remember the rumor was he might sign with the Clippers. Remember that? You remember that? Who was this? What year was this?
That was like 2007.
Yeah.
We will see what happens, but I think just because the NBA gods are very cruel, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers, pull out the second pick or something like that. That's just how these.
Oh, that would piss me off, man.
But that's just how these things.
I mean, it looks like they're trying to. It looks like they're trying to get Dante Exum because he signed with Kobe.
Yeah, and Kobe was Dante.
He's been photographed with Kobe, and he's already trying to mentor him like it's a done deal and shit. They're fine with not.
So this is a point guard. You're not going to pass the ball again, Kobe. Another one. Another Steve Nash situation on our hands. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, Kobe. You want him so bad so you can not pass him the ball? Okay.
What? Okay, so that's the fucking too much Laker talk. That was a mistake. Okay, but that's Houston.
Yeah, you always brought it. I don't know.
That's Houston. That's Portland. Moving on. The Memphis Grizzlies and the Oklahoma City Thunder just finished their series a few minutes ago. Chase, I know you have some choice words here for Scott Brooks, the referees, and Zach Randolph and all that jazz. What were your thoughts on this series?
I wish the Grizzlies should have won, so Scott Brooks' job security would be bad. But didn't happen. They won. Kevin Durant and Westbrook had good shooting days. It's fucking. I don't want to talk about it. Markeem, talk about it.
They Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook pulled him out the fire like they always do. Somehow this guy is the most inept coach. One of the most inept coaches. I'm talking about just of a good team in sports. Maybe might be him. And there's a few other guys you could argue, but him. And he has two of the best players, so they always bail his punk ass out of every situation. And this was no different, because in terms of a game plan, they did not have one on offense this entire series. Every one of their possessions was, here, KD, you attempt a three. Okay, you miss it, whatever. We get the offensive rebound. Russ, you attempt a three. You might miss it. Let's try to get the offensive rebound. And if we do, then somebody else shoot it. That's pretty much how it went. Every possession, down the court. Now, towards the last, 2 games, they shot a little bit better. So it didn't really happen like that. The Grizzlies got behind. When the team gets behind, people just take liberties with it. It's just what happens. But, and I feel like if Zebo hadn't got suspended and Mike Conley hadn't rolled his hamstring, we might be talking about something else right now. But, I feel like the Grizzlies outplayed them in general because of Scott Brooks. The Thunder might be the most loaded team in basketball. Why did that go to 7 games? It is time. It is time. Time for him to go.
Is there anything else that can happen in the playoffs that gets him fired? Like maybe if he loses in this round, but
if they get swept, they get swept.
I don't think it'll happen though, because it's like those two dudes are too good. That's the problem. This is a forever ending. It's never going to end. It's just they're too good to lose. They get swept like that. They're too good.
I know it makes me upset because Kevin Durant is my favorite player, and it just upsets me. It upsets me. I kind of want to talk about something else.
Well, I predicted the Thunder to, make it to the finals, just like they did in 2012. I got mocked by these two.
They had a little more help then.
Yeah.
They had more help then.
They kind of had a James Harden on their team as well. But I still am sticking by that until I see otherwise. But, yeah, they're not looking too good right now. We have two other series going on in the West. One literally going on right now as we're recording. The other one's going to happen tomorrow. I guess we'll talk about the one going on right now. Warriors and Clippers. Thoughts on the series, and based on what you're currently watching of the game, who's going to win this game?
Props to the Clippers, man, for the whole distraction of Donald Sterling. And for them still, coming out here and putting on good basketball, you know what I mean? Props to them. Doc Rivers has been amazing during this whole situation. And they put on a great series, which is to be expected because I feel like, this was a good matchup. I thought this would go 7. Anyway, you got a team who will, Mark Jackson's game plan is pretty much, hey, you dribble the ball and try and get your shot. And, you hold it for like 5 seconds and you don't get your shot. Pass to the next guy, see if he can get it for 5 seconds. You know what I mean? That's why, like, people wonder why his job is on the line. That's why. That's why right there. But,
his playbook went to go coach for Sacramento. Like, you look at if you look at the Warriors offense from a year ago and the Warriors offense to now, it's two completely different things.
Yep.
Also, having no Bogut sucks.
Yeah, that's true also.
If, just like continue.
But it's been good basketball. I think the Clippers win tonight. But, it's good basketball. And the Golden State has no shame in losing this team because I really like the Clippers this year.
Chase, do you echo similar thoughts?
What?
About who's winning the game tonight? You still pick Clippers and all that jazz?
Yeah, the Clippers. I hope the Clippers win, and I hope the Golden State hires Stan Van Gundy if they fire Mark Jackson.
He would be perfect for them.
What about DeAndre Jordan?
Apparently.
Continue.
Apparently, Steve Kerr wants the job if it becomes available.
Oh, Steve Kerr wants the. I thought he was going to coach the Knicks.
No, he's. That's why he hadn't signed the deal yet because he's trying to see what's going to happen in Golden State because it's closer to his family.
Oh.
I see.
Also, it's a more desirable coaching spot, to be completely honest.
Well,
what the hell just happened?
Question. DeAndre Jordan on this podcast was called, and I quote, the worst player in the NBA. Do you echo similar thoughts? And if not, what's the reason for the change?
Doc Rivers.
Blake Griffin is also playing basketball this year.
That's who.
What a pass! What a pass from Blake Griffin! Just speaking of Blake Griffin, look at that!
He passed it to Jay at the corner, missed, but still did it. Doc Rivers has somehow removed DeAndre Jordan's head from his ass, and he's gotten him to block shots and rebound in a proper manner and not just flail around. That's offensive foul, but they called it on Iggy. What? Uh-oh. Tempers are flaring. Yeah, you tough, Blake. Yeah, I know. You're tough.
No, he's not. Not at all.
You're so tough.
Game is currently tied 77-77. Again, when you guys listen to this, you'll probably know the winner. I'm sure we'll probably find out soon, too. All right. Doc Rivers, great coach.
We talk about it.
Vinny Del Negro, not a good coach. Is what I'm getting out of this.
Oh, God.
Did Vinny Del Negro do anything?
No. No. just look at the Clippers. Like, they have a good coach now. Look how much better they play together.
Fair enough.
Did Blake Griffin just tip that out there? Is that what just happened?
Yes. That's what just happened. Blake Griffin just tipped past to J.J. Redick for 3.
This is crazy.
Wow.
Oh, the Clippers had a really good offseason on top of getting Doc Rivers. They got J.J. Redick and Jared Dudley, who doesn't play for some reason. I don't know why. But
somebody help us out with that.
This team.
I don't know.
This Clippers team, if they win tonight and they face the Thunder, who wins? How many games?
Clippers in 7.
Chase?
I'd say Clips in 6.
Wow. I guess it's certainly possible. I'm sticking with my...
I mean, the big problem is that if Scott Brooks sticks to his guns and actually tries to play Kendrick Perkins starters minutes...
Oh, my God. I don't get it. Why? Steven Adams is better.
He played 10 tonight. He played 10 minutes tonight. We got to give Scott Brooks some credit. He only played that man 10 minutes. Still started him.
Steven Adams is better, bro.
Oh wait, I could see Scott Brooks' logic right here. Kendrick Perkins only played 10 minutes and was plus 13. Steve Madden played 25 and was a minus 20. How could I play that guy?
Why does he think Kendrick Perkins broke the internet when he put that shot back and sent him to overtime? There's a reason for that shot. The shot chart, man, that was funny.
Shots where Kendrick Perkins is allowed to take. Everywhere was a no, except for right under the basket. That said, maybe.
I need to see that picture. I haven't seen that yet. I'm gonna look for that one. All right, so we got the Clippers. We got Clippers projected going really far, to say the least. Finally, we have Spurs and the Mavs. This one surprised me. Why did this game go 7 series?
Yeah, I got another crazy stat for this series too.
Go for it.
The Spurs have shot over 50% 3 times in this series. Guess what their record they are in those 3 games?
1 and 2.
0-3.
Jesus.
Wow.
So if they shoot worse than 50%, they're 3-0. If they shoot better than 50%, they're 0-3.
Good Lord.
Not everything has to make sense.
So if they shoot well tomorrow, they're fucked.
Well,
man, this is you know what I think? This is the Spurs and Mavericks rivalry. Weird shit happens. It is what it is. Just what I think.
Like that fucking shot Vince Carter hit the other day. Manu Ginobili closes him out so good, he has to fall down to get the shot off, and it went in.
That was fucking crazy. That might be my favorite moment of the playoffs. That was
I know.
Insane.
No, come on, you can't talk that Lillard shot. Come on.
I don't know.
Lillard shot.
I had a weird premonition that was going in. Like, just as soon as I saw him catch the ball, I was like, oh shit, the game's over. But when Vince Carter, I was like, come on, this is Vince Carter. This isn't happening. And it just sank. But look, both were amazing. Who cares? Both were the 2 best. I think we all agree.
I know technically the Mavs and Spurs is a 1 versus 8, but the difference between the 1 seed and the 8 seed
in the West.
Actually, the difference between the 8 seed in the West and the 8 seed in the East is about. Let's see. I don't know this off the top of my head. Let's see. Dallas won 49 games, and Atlanta won 38.
Yeah.
That's an 11-game difference.
And both went to 7 games.
Like these. Oh God. But this series actually been fun though.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Like, God.
Were you saying those Pacers-Hawks games have been cruel?
Yeah, terrible.
Yes.
Terrible games.
They're awful.
The Spurs, are either of you going to go out on a limb and pick the Mavs to win tomorrow?
No, but it would not surprise me.
Oh. Yeah. He took the words out.
No,
I'm not going to go as far as to say they win, but it wouldn't shock me.
If the Spurs face... who would they face? They would face the Trailblazers. Just again, series prediction. How many games?
Well, is Damian Lillard going to be open?
Let's see. When the Spurs played the Warriors last year, Tony Parker not guard Steph Curry. They switched their best guard defender, Danny Green, on to Steph Curry. So Danny Green will probably be guarding Steph Curry, not Tony Parker. And Tony Parker will probably going to be on Wes Matthews. So, because apparently Greg Popovich is the only guy that thinks about both sides of the ball anymore.
Hey, don't count out my coach. My coach is smart.
He's too much time yacht chilling right now.
All right, Blake. I was just bragging about you, Blake. What was that?
That was awful.
What happened there?
He tried to get a foul.
Oh, he was foul. Okay. Well, he tripped. Cool.
He tried to get a foul call. Come
on. All right. So right now we currently have a Spurs, Clippers, Heat, Wizards. Are you guys just gonna say Heat, Spurs, Heat in 7 because the Spurs are beat up? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Here?
No, I don't know. I got Heat, and I have no idea that's my pick. And I got
Yeah, we get, the Heat's pretty easy because
if the Heat lose, I'll honestly be shocked. I will almost be as shocked as I was after the third F5 if the Heat lose. Almost.
It'd be damn close.
But West
and the Warriors have already gotten down by 8 points, so they have now reverted to just shooting threes every possession like the Hawks did against the Pacers today.
Decently working. Did you see that shot? Damn. So that's the playoffs. Again, we'll cover this more, I guess, in the coming weeks when more new stuff happens.
Steph Curry talking shit to DeAndre Jordan. He just Donkey Kong punched that guy. He just he came up this nipple. That's funny.
Now we'll talk about NBA awards. Just want to get your guys' quick thoughts on these that came out based on rumors and what's actually been announced. Kevin Durant, most valuable player, right? Call.
Yeah.
One flip between him and LeBron.
Nah, I've leaned more towards KD because he has a terrible coach. His second best player missed a lot of the year. Great. I mean, so did Wade. Wade missed a lot of the year too.
He did not miss a lot of the year.
Well, he chilled a lot of the year.
I know something about basketball players missing a lot of the year. And Dwayne Wade and Russell Westbrook didn't miss a lot of the year.
But what Russ did for real though, like Russ missed like a month and a half. He was gone for a while.
That's better than 60 games. It's better than 51. It's better than 48.
God damn.
But yeah. My one would definitely be Durant for me.
Defensive player of the year, Joakim Noah. Right, Cole?
I was fine with that, but he wouldn't have been my choice. My choice would have been either. What you say?
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad if Iguodala retires and never winning.
Yeah. Like him.
It's getting ridiculous.
Him and who else was I thinking about? Him and
D12.
Somebody else.
D12.
No. Who was I? I can't remember. But yeah, him and someone else. I can't remember right now. But no, I was fine with Joakim. I was fine with that.
Yeah. What about oh no, okay, never mind. Yeah, right now the only one I see is Joakim Noah. I don't see the other candidates like they had last year because I don't think it's been announced on NBA.com yet. But yes, Andre Iguodala number 1 in that defensive efficiency percentage stat that you keep showing me, Chase?
Again. it's gonna take like this fucking generation of beat writers to die out, where they can only see a defender being a guy that's standing close to the rim.
Yep.
Like Kyle Lowry never gets props. Fucking Mike Conley never gets props. Like Kobe gets props all the time though.
But he
played defense the last 5 times.
This is not 2007. He's not the guy anymore. God, it bothers
All right. The second, third, and fourth place votes were Roy Hibbert, DeAndre Jordan, and
God no.
And Serge Ibaka.
Oh dear God. And Serge Ibaka?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big. Yeah, like to me, it would have been like top 5. Noah, it would have been Iggy, Howard, Noah, George.
Yeah, Paul George. That's what I was thinking about.
And
LeBron, Anthony Davis, Andrew Bogut, Kawhi Leonard.
maybe LeBron. Yeah, maybe LeBron. Yeah, somebody like that actually plays defense, not just block a bunch of shots.
Andre Iguodala got one first place vote, and it was from.
Yeah, that's a shame.
If I can find this guy's
That's
name.
a goddamn shame.
It was from Jeff Zilgett from USA Today. He was the only one that
Jeff
gave
Ziglet,
that's his name. Yeah, he was the only one that voted. Ziglet was the only one that voted in first place. You got no other first place votes, unfortunately.
Oh, there's that Drake commercial. You guys ever seen this Drake commercial for Sprite?
Yeah, tired of this damn commercial.
I've heard about it. I've never seen it.
When did Forever come out? 2009?
A while ago.
Yeah.
All right, NBA's Coach of the Year went to Pop. Is this also the right call?
I was totally fine with that. My choice would have been Rick Carlisle, though. My personal choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase, what about you?
Jeff Hornacek.
Oh, I hear him too. The dear guy. Who the fuck expected the Suns to be in the running for a playoff spot at the end of the season?
In the West.
Nobody.
No.
The answer is no one.
Nobody. No one.
Yeah, he'd pretty good.
It's really Goran Dragic, Eric Bledsoe, and the island of misfit basketball players.
Yep, the guys no one wanted.
Like, Miles Plumlee looks like a credible guy now. Think about that.
Ain't Archie Goodwin on that team? Ain't Archie Goodwin on that team and get some minutes?
Archie Goodwin's on that team. Gerald Green, legitimate and most improved player winner. Should have won it. Actually looked like a basketball player this year.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
He did very well. Second was Hornacek. Third was Tom Thibodeau. Fourth was Steve Clifford. 5 was Dwayne Casey. So, that's that. Dwayne Casey.
That's a pretty good list.
Yeah. Dwayne Casey, I also think, has done a damn good job. Just wanted to mention that. Rick Carlisle's on here too, obviously, somewhere. Next, NBA's Most Improved Player of the Year went to Goran Dragic. This one accurate?
He was pretty good last year, so I was a little.
He didn't improve.
Really?
I mean, he was pretty good last year. Improvement means you have improved things about your game.
Like Gerald Green, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Him too.
Like he played the same amount of minutes. This is like when Ryan Anderson was the front runner the whole damn year, and I was like, this makes no sense. If you look at what he did last year and you put those numbers to starters' minutes, he's doing exactly what he was doing. I get that his minutes really increased, but he's the same player. Like Isaiah Thomas played the same exact number of minutes, numbers went up. Blake Griffin's same amount of minutes, numbers went up. Yeah. Gerald Green is like actually good now instead of horrible.
That's quite the leap.
Yeah, I don't. This award is busted.
Second place was.
Although my prediction didn't come true.
Well, second place was Anthony Davis.
Oh my gosh.
Third was Lance Stevenson, who we haven't mentioned yet. I don't know whether he's
Okay.
a legitimate candidate or not. Then we got Gerald Green, DeAndre Jordan, Kyle Lowry, and Blake Griffin.
Kyle Lowry?
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry? Come on, man.
The only thing Kyle Lowry improved was the number of eyeballs watching him.
Yeah, he got a lot of votes. Came in 5th place. Yeah, what do you want?
You guys been listening. You guys been listening to me, Markeem, talk about basketball. You know, me and him been driving the Kyle Lowry bandwagon for years now.
I remember when the Kings almost got him, and they said, "No, we good." That was one of the moments that made me go, "I can't watch this team. I can't watch this team."
Rookie of the year, obviously a lot.
They drafted Thomas pick though.
What do you say, Chance?
I said they drafted Thomas Robinson with that pick though.
Yeah, and they got rid of him. It just, God, man.
He had a pretty good game. Was it game 5 or game 6? He played pretty well.
Who,
I
Lowry?
can't remember.
Like he kept the Blazers in while he was in. No.
Oh, Thomas Robinson. Thomas Robinson. It was that was I think it was game 6 or game 5. I think it was game 5. Could be wrong.
It's one of them games he kept them in. Like that's another problem. Like the media these days don't give prospects the time at all.
Yeah.
It's like you got to come in and form, snap. Ignoring that Damian Lillard was playing 48 minutes a game.
Yeah.
All right.
Rookie of the year is announced to be Michael Carter-Williams. I know you're not big, neither of you are that big on this draft class, but is this the right call amongst that draft class?
I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Michael Carter. The names are, if any of these other names like really ring a bell, Michael Carter-Williams, Victor Oladipo, Mason Plumlee, Trey Burke, Tim Hardaway Jr., Ontich, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, those played well.
I will say this. Wait, Gorgie Jang wasn't on there?
Yeah, he was on there.
Jang had a pretty good season. Markeem and I's pre-draft description of Tim Hardaway Jr. being J.R. Smith if he took good shots and hit them ended up being exactly correct. Therefore, Tim Hardaway took Mr. Smith's spot in the rotation. And they now have 2 more years at dumb contract after him.
He turned out
yeah,
to.
There's yeah.
Next award is, and I think the last award, Rookie of the Year, MVP, Coach, Defensive Player, Most Improved. Yeah, last one we have is Sixth Man of the Year. This went to Jamal Crawford. Again, just finally, was this the right call?
It doesn't surprise me.
Taj Gibson.
Taj Gibson would have been my choice too, yeah. But it doesn't surprise me. He won. I mean, I was fine with that, but Taj Gibson would have been my choice.
Or somebody from the Trailblazers, surely.
No.
I don't.
You know, that'd be a. That's what they should replace who he played for on Inside the NBA. Name a Trailblazers bench player.
I don't think I can. Like legit, off the top of the head. Oh, Thomas Robinson? No. He played no. Yeah, Thomas Robinson.
That'd be the only one, but that's because you were a fan of that guy.
Exactly.
Other names.
That's it.
Other names that were on this list were Ginobili, Tyreek Evans actually got some love. Taj Gibson.
Tyreek Evans, Tyreek Evans.
Oh, shut up, Jay.
What? He played.
Like he was bad off the bench.
I thought you liked him.
Of course, the big problem was that he was awesome when he was starting, but the problem was that most of the year, Monty Williams held out hope. Like Monty Williams has this thing where he was a player and he knew how jarring it was to like get lifted up in the rotation while a player was injured, and then get yanked back down to the bench when he came back. So the entire year, while he was hoping that Drew Holiday could possibly heal his leg without surgery, Tyreek Evans was coming off the bench when there was nobody to play with him on the bench. So it's Tyreek Evans and Lou Amundsen and Luke back. It was bad. So he was off the bench. But once Drew Holiday went in for surgery and Tyreek Evans became the starting point guard, he was fucking incredible.
Amundsen still got the best ponytail in basketball.
Amundsen didn't play for him this year. He played he played once the contracts became guaranteed, they cut him. It was terrible.
The other names were that I didn't mention were Markeem Morris and Reggie Jackson and Vince Carter. If any of those, I don't know. If any of them deserved it or not, I don't know. But yeah.
How do you vote for one of the Morris twins? How do you know which one's which?
Exactly.
Like their skill sets are identical. How you go? Yeah, that one's better.
I'm
not joking.
Can we say
their
that
skill sets are identical?
I don't know. One of them got named like NBA Player of the Week. One of them. So I think that's how.
Because he got hot that week.
Yeah, so they were able to, but the other one didn't get that award. So if you tell yourself, okay, the Morris brothers are 6 men Player of the Year candidates, I need to pick one of the two. You pick the one that was named Player of the Week before, and that's that.
But they're both tall guys that shoot threes.
I don't know what to say. That's just what fucking the results said.
Like they had the same exact skill set.
That's what the results said. But would you guys at least like is Jamal Crawford like in the top 3, top 5?
Yeah, he would be in mine. I don't know about that.
I feel like he won that because he bitches all the time anytime he gets quote unquote snubbed. Like he hadn't made the All-Star team in like forever. Every time like he doesn't get named, he goes, "Oh, politics." And like the last couple of times,
that is true.
6 man of the year, he'll go on Twitter and be like, "Oh, fucking politics." It's just like I feel like this was given to him so he'd shut the fuck up.
But
you mean like how Kanye wins Grammys? You mean like that? How Kanye wins Grammys? Something like okay,
yeah,
right. Okay.
Finally, the last topic.
This game's rather close.
Yes, I know. I'm watching it as well. The last topic, so we can get to the end of this game. In our show, Chase, you wanted to mention this. It just says Adam Silver BAMF, short for badass mother. Last part's implied. What do you have to say about Mr. Adam Silver?
You can't say motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Badass motherfucker. Badass
motherfucker.
Badass motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. Happy. Now go. What about Adam Silver makes him a BAMF?
Blake Griffin just stole the ball and laid it in.
Yeah, I saw that. It came the length of the floor and laid it in.
What about Adam Silver makes him a BAMF?
He did not hesitate. He didn't waffle around. He hit Sterling with a nuclear warhead.
Yeah.
The owners have already voted 29-0 to begin the process out to sell his team.
I did not. 29-0. Damn.
29-0. Do you think any owner could afford the PR firestorm if they voted for that guy?
No, that's true.
Because they will find out who.
Just like
now,
like Gary Washburn last year.
Anybody.
Yeah, just continue.
When he voted for fucking Melo.
Yeah, when he voted for Melo, and no one thought that would get out, and it got out. These things get out. That's what my point was. But what were you gonna say?
Now, there's a clip. Now, I've been paying attention to basketball hardcore forever. Well, okay, for a long time, and I've always known Donald Sterling's a big racist. Big thing I heard about was like he would fucking heckle Baron Davis from his courtside seat, calling him monkey or whatever. It's just like, why didn't anything happen? But like, there's a rant
from Bomani Jones.
That video is awesome.
On the Dan Levitard show.
That video is
and
awesome.
If you have not heard this, he basically goes over everything this dude fucking did in housing discrimination wise, which and I don't know how this didn't happen sooner. A reporter asked Adam Silver, why didn't this happen earlier? And he gave the perfect response.
That's a question for David Stern, man.
Yeah, it is.
The commissioner before David Stern tried to kick him out back in 1982.
Yeah.
Sterling's not going to go quietly in the night.
David Stern's explanation was, the Clippers fucking suck. Do you really care? That's his response. And you know what? Kind of agree with that. No, I'm kidding. I promise you, though, that was his mindset. Like, it sucked. Like, y'all really care?
Like, all right, Don Stern's fine. He's known as a Tyrannosaurus Rex in court. This is probably going to be long, drawn out, and dirty, but it looks like he's no longer going to be their owner.
Good for that team.
Okay. I don't know why this didn't happen sooner.
And I don't think people realize, like, people kill me, like, well, people said racist things all the time. I'm like, no, this was not, basically this man compared owning the Clippers to owning indentured servants, yes. AKA slaves, if you will, you know what I mean? Like, this is not, it's not calling somebody a nigger, like, it's not even in the same ballpark.
And for people going, oh, what about his right to privacy? What about all that? If you were paying attention to Mr. Silver as he was giving his press conference, he explained that he interviewed Mr. Sterling. Mr. Sterling knew he was being recorded and admitted those were his remarks and his feelings about things. There's no, this thing is like the Department of Justice has gone after this dude for racial discrimination before, but the thing is that they've never had hardcore evidence, and you've never been able to get him on the record saying, yeah, that's me. He's always been able to get out of it. That he threatened to sue his side chick for $1.8 million, and she happened to have a bullet to make all his shit blow up. Granted, he's going to get paid $1 billion,
which is the worst thing about this whole situation. Jesus, I wish I could say all white people are white devils that oppress people, and and fuck all these crackers and get paid $1 billion. That's amazing. America's plenty like that. But whatever. That's not how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
You don't own a valuable asset.
That is true. Hey, I don't own valuable assets, nigga. I got stuff. Either.
I bet.
So props to Adam Silver.
But yeah, yeah. Swiftly, quickly.
Ridding the NBA of Donald Stern.
We're going to talk about the other stuff?
Yeah, Chase, the stuff you brought up before the show.
Oh, his two big issues that he wants to... All right. He wants... All right, number one, this is top thing he's trying to get done. He wants to raise the player draft limit to 20 if you enter college. But if you don't, from high school, you can go to the NBA D League, and he wants to raise the minimum salary from like $28,000 to $96,000. And he wants to make it like a more marketable league or whatever, like into an actual minor league where there's actual talent there, and you might want to watch the games. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, because I can't watch this shit now. That shit's pretty awful now.
Like, look at Pierre Jackson's averaging like 38 points in the D League. He goes to Turkey, averaged 3.
Wow.
Like, that thing's going to need to take some work, but apparently he wants to revamp the whole thing. But I really think they should just make it back the way it was. 18, you can go to the NBA. Don't even fight with anything.
Don't waste anybody's time. Because as y'all know, I'm an avid college hoops fan. And I don't mind the one and does, but why waste these kids' time when you know they're bound for greatness? They don't need to be here right now. Just let them go to the NBA. I've always felt like that. when David Stern changed the rule, I was like, why? Why are you even doing this? Just me.
And what's the other thing he wants to change?
Like when Melo did it, I was fine because that was Melo's choice. Melo wanted to play college basketball.
Won a title. Said
I won the title and was like, I'm gone. That's fine, but don't make people, you know what I mean? Don't make the kids do that. It's stupid.
What's the other thing that he wants to institute?
He wants to eliminate conferences and have the top 16 records make the playoffs.
And we have...
And Chris Paul is incredible.
Yeah,
Did y'all niggas just see that?
I just saw that, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
God, Chris Paul. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, with the revamped conferences, this is how the playoffs will look this year. Let's run through them very quickly. Spurs versus Bobcats. Would Bobcats get that illustrious
That'd
playoff?
been hilarious.
Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a funny series. Thunder versus Wizards. Sounds pretty strong.
That'd be hilarious too.
You think the Wizards would win that one, or you think the Thunder would just run?
No, nigga.
Well, you guys have so much lack of faith in Scott Brooks.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant is still on that team, son. Like,
fine.
This is a Eastern Conference team, not a Western Conference team.
Clippers and Nets. That sounds really funny, actually.
Oh, that'd be it.
The old guys will look like it was like seniors versus juniors. Like, you ever been like a youth center and the old guys are playing basketball and the young dudes are like dunking on them and shit? That's what that would look like.
Pacers and Suns.
That would have been a lot of fun.
The Suns actually would have won.
But I think the Suns would have won too. That would have been a fun series. If the Pacers were still the Pacers, would have been fun. These Pacers. She would have been done in like 5 games.
Heat versus Bulls.
The Bulls always play them tough, but they would have lost in like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, that's my feeling too. Rockets and Raptors.
You said Rockets and
DeMar DeRozan might have gone off for 50. I don't know.
Rockets and Raptors.
I think they would have won that. Rockets would have won that in like 5.
And Chase is saying DeMar DeRozan could have gone for 50 with James Harden on
him. and I would have loved to see what Kyle Lowry would have done against James Harden. That would have been cool.
Blazers.
Because you know that's God.
Blazers, Grizzlies, and Warriors, Mavericks. Both close, fun series, I presume.
Warriors Mavericks would be really great. That would have been really cool.
So yeah, the new playoff system actually, it kind of corrects the problem of the East-West imbalance.
It's gotta get. These are proposals. They've not been made yet. Again, we're doing this before all the owners meeting happened. Golden State's only down by 1 now. They're down by 6 like 30 seconds ago. What the hell?
No worries. We're almost out of here. But yes, basically with these playoffs,
Jamal Crawford splash.
These playoffs would get really, really, really shitty teams out of the playoffs early and would give 45+ win West teams a shot. And that's why he won 6th Man of the Year, by the way. So yeah, this game is going to end probably by the time you guys all hear.